Very good afternoon to all of you. It's been a long time since I've taken a session for you guys, so I'm back here today talking about an exam called TISSNET, one of the top colleges, entrance exam for one of the top colleges called TISS. This is one of the exams which is actually easier to crack. At least the 60% of the exam is very easy for you to crack. We'll talk about the exam a little bit, and I'm going to take you through the section of the logical, the section called the logical section or the logical part and data interpretation in this particular exam. So this is the second part. The first part has already been taken. So I will continue with questions for you. But before we get in, it's just a, kind of a revision about the structure of the exam. For those of you who have not attended the previous session or who are new, do not know anything about TISS. Guys, TISS is basically Tata Institute of Social Sciences. It's one of the top-notch institutes when it comes to HR, and its HR course is at par with any other MBA program out there. It is also known for many other programs, like development. So in fact, it has some really good programs which deal with environment sustainability. It deals with development and women welfare. There are public and public government, execution related programs, economics programs on economics, and it has some of the courses which are not found anywhere else in the country. So that's what I can say about this institute. So if you are a kind of person looking into these kind of programs, yes, this is one of the best colleges that you can get into. The exam is basically for 100 minutes. 100 minutes, that's 1 hour 40 minutes, and you will have a total of 100 questions. So 100 minutes, 100 questions. There are 3 areas in this particular exam. First is general knowledge. I will write it over here, GK or general awareness. Then you have English language, as well as the quant plus logic plus DI all put together. Now frankly, there is no time limit per se. It's entire 100 minutes open for the entire 100 questions. But the breakup is general awareness will give you 40 questions, or there are 40 questions from general awareness, English 30, and 30 questions from your quant, logic and DI put together. Now usually these two are quite easy. Anybody who can prepare for about 4 to 5 months will easily be able to crack this. The challenge, however, comes in these 40 questions of general awareness. If you are a student, typical MBA aspirant who's not been reading news, but have been focusing only on exams like CAT and ZAT, where it's all about your quant, logic, DI and English, then you'll have a tough time cracking these 40 questions, because the cutoffs will go as high as 74, 75 marks. So if you notice, even if you get 60 out of 60, which is, even if you're a topper, you'll probably get 50. We'll make one mistake at least, right? Even if they're easy questions. But yeah, assuming that you get 60 out of 60, you need to get at least 15 correct out of 40. And many of you who have prepared for these entrance exams like CAT, ZAT, IFT, you very well know where you stand when it comes to GK. So getting 15 out of 40 is actually a tough ask. So that is the reason why the people who prepared for the traditional MBA entrance exams falter in this particular exam called TISS. But let's go ahead and look at the section of quant, logic and DI. Last year and always as the trend has been, there will be 30 questions totally. But last year the quant had 21 questions, logic plus DI had 9 questions. So 21 plus 9 making it a total of 30. Out of these 9 also you have 6 which are DI and 3 are logic. So 3 questions on logic and 6 questions on DI. This is what happened in your last year's TISS exam. Now the logic questions are mostly series based. When I'm talking about series, it's a number series, letter series, find the missing number, find the odd one out, those kind of questions. And the 6 DI questions are simple table based questions where a table or a bar chart or a pie chart will be given to you and you're supposed to find answers based on the questions being asked. So this is typically how the entrance exam is. We also have sessions on TISS for quant. Some of them are done, some of them are yet to be done. So we're going to talk about what happened in the quant section a little bit later. But for now, let's continue with our part 2, and I'm I'm going to take you through certain questions. So I hope all of you have your pens and papers ready. Let's go ahead and solve certain questions coming your way. So going on, the first question coming your way. I'm going to talk about the tricks which are needed to solve the question, of course, but again, logic itself is a trick in that way. So let's go ahead and take a look at the questions. This is the first question, my friends. Let's see how many of you can get the correct answer. This is a very unique question, and I'll give you about 60 seconds. So typically you will not have more than 1 minute per question. Yes, Jasuman, there is a different cutoff for different program in TISS. If you're looking at their most famous MA in HR program, the cutoff would be somewhere around 73, 74 marks. Again, depending upon the question paper, once it went as high as 82, 83 also. But that was once in a time. Usually it's in the range of 71, 72, 72, 73, in that range. 72 to 75 is the range. But again, if you're looking at other programs, it could be slightly lower than that, probably 68, 67, depending upon the program. Alright, so what is the answer to this question, my friends? Yes, Zatitude. That's a nice name. Zatitude says 68, and 68 is the correct answer. The logic here is 1 cube plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 cube plus 2 is equal to 10. 3 cube plus 3 is equal to 30. So it's basically n cube plus n format. So this is first number, second, third, fourth number should be 4 cube plus 4. 4 cube is 64 plus 4, which is 68. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Here's the next question. Once again, a number series based question. Give it a shot and let's see if you can get it right. Alright, so I've got an answer of 370 from, again, Zatitude. That's very nice. My friend, if you can tell me your name, that'll be great. I'd like to address you with your name, not with your handle name, Zatitude. Anshi says 370. That's correct. Very good, my friends. The correct answer is 370, and you got it well within a minute. Good job. So what is the logic here? The logic here, if you notice, the difference is 3. Here the difference is 9. Here the difference is 27. Here the difference is 81. So what are these? 3 power 1, 3 power 2, 3 power 3, 3 power 4. So the differences are parts of 3. So the next difference should be 3 power 5. 3 power 5 is 243 plus 127 makes it 370, and therefore that is your answer. Hello Abhiram. Chirag from Toppers Batch. Hi Chirag. Good to see you here too. Right, let's move on, my friends. Shruti also has given the correct answer. Sunal Mishra has also given the correct answer. Very good. Okay, this is a very simple Venn diagrams. Try to see if you can crack it in 30 seconds. Time starts now. Very good, Chirag. 100 is the correct answer. It's a very simple Venn diagrams question. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We have two types of families living here. 35% of the families own a smart television. So ST is 35%. And 25% own a luxury hatchback. So luxury hatchback is 25%. Okay. 55% families own neither of them, which means this 55% are outside. Remember, if you're looking at the total, there are 100%. Obviously, the total is always in percentage terms, it is 100. out of which 55 of them or 55% are outside, which means the remaining are 45% which are inside. So the two circles in Venn diagram together is supposed to give you 55. So if you take this as x, this will be 35 minus x, and this will be 25 minus x, and the sum of all of them should be equal to 45. You can clearly find the value of x. How do you do that? 35 minus x plus x is 35 plus 25 minus x. So that is 30, 40, 50, 60 minus x is 45. That gives you x is 15. Okay, so the value here is 15. 15%. Please keep in mind it is 15%. Now it is mentioned that 15 families own both. So they are saying 15% is equal to 15 families, which means 1% is one family. So the total there are 100%. That is 100 families. Is that clear, Aditya? I hope it is clear to you. It's again, guys, the maths and English part and the logic. In fact, logic also will be not very difficult. Maths, English, logic. These are the scoring areas for you. DI will be slightly lengthier, so DI could be an issue. But again, not more. If there are 6 questions, 3 will be doable, 3 you can leave. But the remaining has to be scored from your general knowledge or general awareness section. So please keep that in mind. These questions are not difficult. These are actual previous year's test questions. So this is a level. You don't get difficult ones than this. Okay. Abhiram, again, I am taking x as the intersection. So 35 minus x will be only ST and LH only will be 25 minus x. So the total should add up to 45 because 55% of the people do not belong to any of them. So 45 should be coming from the circles. So 45 should be a sum of all of these three. So that gives you x equal to 15. But 15 is the percentage of families. And it is given to us that 15 families own both. So 15% corresponds to 15 families. So 1% is one family. So 100% families equal to 100 families. That's your answer. Okay, let's move on. Next question. This is a very nice simple question based on calendars. Give me an answer in 60 seconds. Quickly. The time starts now. Okay, 10 more seconds. Very good. So the correct answer happens to be C, Thursday. So let's take a look at what is happening here. We know the concept of odd days. I hope you all know the concept of odd days. So you're moving from 15th August 1905 to we are moving the other way around. Yeah, 15th August 1895 to you're moving forward 1905. So let's see how many odd days do I get. So 15th August to 15th August 1896. Remember 1896 is a leap year. So there will be 2 odd days. When you move from here to here, there are 2 odd days. Next 97, the movement, 1897, only 1 odd day because it's not a leap year, it's a normal year. Then 98, 1 more odd day. 99, 1 more odd day. Now, when you write 2 zeros, many of you might make an error saying that 1900 is a leap year, but 1900 is not a leap year. Please keep in mind, it is not a leap year. So, this will be again giving you only 1 odd day. Now, why is 1900 not a leap year? Because of the rule that if you want to measure or if you want to see whether a century year is something ending with 2 zeros. If a century year is a leap year or not, you're supposed to divide it by 400 and not by 4. Any other year you'll divide by 4, or if it is divisible by 4 properly without leaving any remainder, then it is called as a leap year. But for a century year, you have to divide it by 400. So clearly 1900 is not divisible by 400. Therefore, it is not a leap year. Then 01 will give you 1 again. 02 will give you 1 again. O3 will give you 1. Then there is O4, it's a leap year, 2. And then when you go to O5, it is 1. So totally how many odd days are you getting? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 odd days, which means you divide 12 by 7, which will give you 5 odd days. So 5 days later, you are getting the day as Tuesday. So from Tuesday, come back 5 days, and that's going to be a Thursday. 5 days before Tuesday is nothing but a Thursday. Clear? So this is the way in which you need to deal. Very clearly, the trap was set here. If you're taking this as 12, you would have got 6 odd days, and therefore your answer would have been a Wednesday, which is also incorrect. Okay, clear? Let's move on. Okay, this is a very simple, straightforward question. Give me an answer in 10 seconds. I'm sure you all know the answer to this already. If not, I'll explain. But yeah, if you know the answer, 10 seconds. This is a very, very standard result. Again, if you notice, this is the kind of questions they ask. So you will see that 100 minutes and 100 questions looks very, very, very small. But actually it is not, because such questions can be done in seconds. We all know that in every 1 hour, the overlap happens 1 time. Every 1 hour, the 2 hands meet once. Where are you losing them? So it is not going to be 24 times in 24 hours, because from 11 to 1, 11 to 1, you will see that the hands will meet only once. So 11 to 12 once it should meet, 12 to 1 once more it should meet. So you should have got twice. But instead of twice, you'll be getting only once, because the 2 hands will meet exactly at 12 o'clock, which is in between 11 and 1. So you're not getting 2 different meeting points, one from 11 to 12 and the other from 12 to 1. Normally any 1 hour gap, there'll be 1 meeting point. But 11 to 1 and 12 to 1, there is no meeting point. There's only 1, which is at 12 o'clock. Because of which you will lose 1. So out of 12 hours, you will get only 11 times. Which means 24 hours, because the analog clock keeps repeating itself, you will get double of it, 22 times. So the correct answer is 22. Very good, all of you gave the correct answer here. Nothing great, very good, let's move on. Okay, this is again a series question. You're supposed to find the odd option out. So look at this, understand and see if you can get the correct answer. I will give you 60 seconds, your time starts now. Let's wait, Chirag, for the others also to answer before I comment whether it's right or wrong. Alright, so that's about a minute. The correct answer is option C. Now why is C the odd one out? Because here all of them are prime numbers. So option A is a series of prime numbers. Not continuous series, but it's a group of prime numbers. If you look at option B, it is not prime numbers, but these are perfect squares. So all numbers have something common. What is it common? They are all perfect squares. If you look at these numbers, again these are all perfect squares. So every option A, B and D, they have a common value. What is the common thing? It is either prime numbers or perfect squares. But if you look at C, you have a 27, which is not a prime number. Whereas 23, 29, 7 and 5 are prime numbers. So C is the odd one out because it has one wrong number in it. So there are five numbers here in option C. 4 of them are primes, 1 is not a prime. Because of that, C is the odd one out. Clear? Alright, let's move on. Another question, odd one out. Please try this. And this was an actual TISS question last year. Okay, you will notice how simple the questions are. Very good, Chirag. This is not a difficult question. This is simply numbers divisible by 7. So the correct answer is 104. This is the only number which is not divisible by 7. 161, 203, 112, 91, all of them are divisible by 7. They are perfectly divisible by 7. Only 104 is not divisible by 7. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Guys, before I move on, please give me a like on this particular video. If you want more such videos for your TISS preparation and your MHCT and your CMAT preparation, please give me a like, because your likes is what will tell us whether you are loving these sessions or not. Less likes means you will not get many sessions. More likes directly will result in more sessions, because that is the barometer we're going to look at. At least that's how we are going to take your feedback indirectly, or in fact it's a direct feedback. Let's move on. I hope all of you have given me a like. Let's move on to the next question now. Here is a question once again. Try to do this. It's a direction sense question. Very simple. 30-35 seconds you should be able to get the answer. Your time starts now. Okay, so that's about a minute almost. So yes, the correct answer is 100. Very easy, you have to draw the figure correctly. Mohit was looking for his father. He went 90 meters to the east. So you're starting from here. You went 90 meters east. Okay, this is 90. Before turning to his right, so his right, remember he is facing this side. Now his right will be like this. And he went 20 meters. So he went 20 meters before turning to his right again. So remember, he is looking down. His right will be like this. Okay. And he went 30 meters. So this is 30 meters. He went to somebody's house. So this is a house. Somebody's house. His father was not there. From there he went 100 meters north. So he went north 100 meters. Like this. And this is where he stopped. Now he found his father. The question is, how far did the son meet his father from the starting point? So this is the distance. It's a right angle triangle very clearly. Now, if you notice 60 and 30, so this will be 90 and 30, so this will be 60. Total is 100, from this 20 is gone, so this should be 80. So you have a right angle triangle this way. Height is 80, breadth, the base is 60. What should be the hypotenuse? This should be 100, because you can see 80 square plus 60 square under root. So this is 10 into root of 64 plus 36, which is 10 into 10, which is 100. So the correct answer happens to be 100. Again, not a difficult question, right? Let's move on. It's a very nice question. Take a look at it and give me the answer. There's hardly any calculation to be done, but it's about interpretation. So let's see how many of you get the correct answer. 30 seconds to get the answer. The time starts now. Very good. The correct answer is D. You have pass 80, fail 20. Now these two cannot intersect because these are disjoint sets. You don't have anything common. You can't say a student has both passed and failed. It's not in some subjects. You said overall pass or overall fail. So 80 students have passed overall, 20 students have failed overall, and you're getting a job. Totally 90 students are getting a job. So you will basically say that there are 90 students. Now this in between area is nothing. So it's basically students are coming from either the pass or the fail side. So what you're saying is your 90 students are going to be either from pass students or from fail students. It's basically a mixture of them both. Therefore, A, B, C are incorrect. It is not from only this side or only that side. It could be a combination of them both. So you say subset C or set C is a subset of the union of sets A and B. When you combine A and B, you get the entire class. From that, you have 90 students. So that is the correct answer. Okay. A letter series. Let's take a look at it. It's a very interesting question. 1 minute. Time starts now. Okay, lot of correct answers. So if you notice B, A, D, so you have A, then B, then C is missing, then you got D. Then if you look at D, A, B, it is reverse. Now look at CAE. How are you getting CAE? You have A, B is missing, then C, then D is missing, then you got E. So the third in line is where alternately the letters are missing. Then you have EAC. The logic is one you are framing by missing letters, the second one is the reverse. Now you want the next one. The next one should be, again, the middle value is always A. The middle value is always A. So this is going to be A. Now I'm first going to write the left side missing letters. Now I started with one letter missing. Now I have one letter missing both sides. I started only with one letter missing on the left side. Then I have I have 0 letters missing on the left side and 1 letter missing on the right side, then the reverse. Then I now started with 1 letter missing and 1 letter missing on both sides. Now I will have 2 letters missing. So what will that be? A, B, C should be missing. Then I will be getting A, B, C, D, E and then F. So 2 letters missing this side and 1 letter missing this side. Next, if I continue, it will be FAD, reverse. Next, if I want to continue, I'll have A, then 2 letters missing on the left side, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The next one will be DAG. Next will be GAD. So this is how it keeps continuing. Okay? So the correct answer is DAF. Clear? Moving on. Okay, this is a syllogism question, again not a difficult one. Give me a quick answer. Time starts now. Okay, I've got a split verdict here. It looks like between B and C. The correct answer is option B. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at why is it option B. So all apples are red. So if I say all apples, so this is apples. All apples are red. So this is my red. And some apples are juicy. So juicy has to be like this. Because all apples are red and some apples are juicy, so definitely juicy will cut through apples, and of course because of that it will be cutting through red also. Which of the following statements are true? All apples are juicy, that you cannot say, so definitely one is wrong. Some juicy apples are red, definitely there is some juicy apple and red intersection. We also have some red juicy apple intersection, so both of them mean the same. So definitely that is the reason why both of them are correct. Option B is your correct answer. Clear? Guys, if you have joined just now, please give me a like so that we get to know that you're liking the session. Before I move on, I'll give you 5 seconds. Please give me a like on this particular video. Right, so let's move on to the question number 12, guys. Here is it coming your way. Okay, once again we have a missing character. Very easy question. Wow, I got O, Q, P. All of, okay, there's only R missing. Anybody going for R? I've got 3 different options. The correct answer is P. A corresponds to the first, D corresponds to the fourth, I is the 9th letter, Y is the 25th letter. So if you notice, these are all perfect squares. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. So this should be 4 square, which is 16. The 16th letter is P. Therefore, that is your answer. The 16th letter is P. That is your answer. Right? Okay, moving on. Another sequence. Give me an answer to this. One minute. Any answers, anyone? Well, I've got only one answer, and that is indeed correct, 259. So let's take a look at it. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. So if you notice, you're adding 2, 4, 8 and so on. So the next will be 19 plus 16. 19 plus 16 is 29, 35. The next should be 35 plus 32, which should be 67. Next should be 67 plus 64, which is 131. Next should be 131 plus 128. This should be 259. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th term. Okay, this is the first term. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and 8th. So the 8th term is 259 because you're starting from 5. This is the first term. Clear? So 259 is the correct answer. Now we have 2 questions coming to you from the data interpretation part. I will move a little bit to the side, or in fact if my team can move my side to the move me to the left side, I believe in this should be good enough. Let's go through this and I'll give you about 3 minutes to get the answer. I'll give you the first question. Here's the question. 3 minutes to solve this. Okay, I think I'm blocking. I'll just talk to my team. Ravi, Shiva, if you're there, you'll have to just move me to the left side. Thank you. Alright, so I think you can all see this now. Yeah, Manish, I know I was blocking, so that's the reason why I asked my team members to shift me onto the left side of the screen. I hope now it is clear. So if you notice this, this is a question where the numbers are not so easy. You know, it's one of the questions where ideally in the exam you should leave it to the last. Whereas the next set I'll show you, that is in fact the next one or two questions. The questions, they are doable. So you have to be smart. Which DI questions you can do, which DI questions you should leave to the end. Because if you get into this kind of a set, you're going to waste a lot of time. And you already saw how easy the logical questions and the quant questions can be. So don't get stuck in this kind of question. So let's take a look at it. They are saying, in which 2 years the central government expenditure on insurance scheme, so that is this, as a percentage of the state's own expenditure, this, was almost similar. So you're looking at which two of them have similar values. So if you're looking at 15-16 and 16-17, 15-16 is 953 out of 7531, and 16-17 is 928 out of 79, so that is almost 8000. Okay, so what is happening here? So if you notice, the denominator is increasing and the numerator is decreasing. So this is increasing, this is decreasing. Clearly the value will not remain the same. If the denominator is decreasing and the numerator is increasing, the overall value will actually be lesser. You are decreasing the value, it is not going to be remaining the same. So if you understand this logic, this will become easy. Otherwise, if you start sitting and cancelling, you are not supposed to do this in the exam. Okay, so A is not correct. Now let's look at B. 2012-13. So 12-13 is 750 out of 48. So you can approximate it, 4800. It is actually 4804. I am taking it as 4800. 12-13 and 13-14. 13-14 is 740. I am again approximating out of 5291. If you notice, denominator is decreasing. Numerator is decreasing and denominator is increasing. Once again, the same problem. When the numerator is decreasing and the denominator is increasing, the value will go down. So the older value, the first value will be higher than the second value. Not correct. So B is gone. Now if you look at C, 2014-15. 14-15 is 758. That is 760. I can take it as 760. Out of 6594, I'll take it as 6600. Versus 16-17. 16-17, 928 out of 8000. Now here, this is also going up, this is also going up. Could be an answer, but I don't know how to solve it. Leave it aside. Let's go to option D. What is happening in D? 2010-11, 670 out of 4000. And comparing this with 12-13. 12-13 is 750 out of 4804. So this is increasing. This is also increasing. Good. Now both of them can be the possible answers. Which one will be correct? So understand this. This increment. So if you want to maintain, so this is one of the properties of a ratio. If you want to maintain a ratio, then the percentage change in the numerator should be equal to the percentage change in the denominator. So the denominator is approximately 20% change because it is 4000 becoming, so okay, my handwriting is bad, 4000 becoming 4800. This is 20% change, whereas the numerator is almost 80 points. 80 points is what? 80 out of 670. So 8 8s are 64. So 1/8, 16% change. So the numerator is a 16% change, whereas the denominator is a 20% change. So the value is not going to remain the same. The numerator is getting increased by a lesser percentage compared to the denominator. So once again, you can definitely say that the first one will be greater than the second one. So therefore, D is also ruled out. You don't have to calculate for C because you are ruling out 3 answers. But if you notice, this is a lengthy process. In a 1 minute, one question kind of an exam, you should not go for this kind of a question. Clear? Let's move on. Next question In fact, it's a similar question, guys, so I'll leave this out. Let's move on to the other kind of a DI question. 18, 19, 20 are three good DI questions. Once again, I would request my team to put me onto the left side so that you can see the graph here. But this time the graph calculations are easy. Yes. Please go ahead. This should be easier for you to calculate. Any answers? So basically this and this, that is what they're asking as a percentage. So just look at the totals and see what the answer is. So you're talking about 13000 plus 11150. So this is a total of 24150 as a percentage of the sum of these two. This will be 28350. So 2415 and 2835. What is the difference? So what is a percentage? You know, this percentage. So whatever is the percentage, 100 minus this gives you the answer. 100 minus this, because we are talking about percentage less. So this, if you notice, look at the difference. The difference is about 400. 400 difference out of 2835. 400 difference out of 2835. How much is that? That is going to be your answer. So that is 400 by 28. So 4 goes 7 times. 7 4s are 28. So 1 by 7, 14 point something. So approximately 15. That is your answer. You can see the options. There's nothing close to 14 anywhere else. You have a 10, you have 20, 18 and 15. So the closest answer will be 15 and that is your correct answer. Clear? Let's look at another question. So this way you have to approximate very quickly. Again, I'm going to the left side. This time I'll make sure I will write on the top here so that I don't have to move again and again. But yeah. You have to look at approximating very quickly, guys. Your calculations have to be quick in your DI for your TISS. Otherwise, you're going to waste enormous amount of time. So look at the average of the exports, which is the bar, and then compare it with how many years the value of exports in that particular year is higher than the average of the exports for the years given. So the line is not required at all, because that is line is for imports. This question is only about exports. So 6 plus 30 plus 36 plus 28 plus 11. How much is it? 72. 72, 80, 90, 100, 111 by 5. So this is 22.2. So how many months is it less than 22.2 or more than, right? Higher than. So how many months is it more than 22.2? 1, 2 and 3 months. 3 months, these two are less than. These two are less. So 3 is your correct answer, option C. Last question for the session today. Very simple question. Look at this. There's no calculation required in this. Analyze the data and give me the answer. 30 seconds for you to analyze. Alright, so what is the answer? So if you notice, they have given you 4 months of data for 4 years. They are asking you to compare with this data the entire year. Because you don't know what is happening in the other 8 months, you cannot compare them. Therefore, the answer is both statements are false. Just by looking at 4 months, you cannot conclude what is happening for the entire year. And if you cannot conclude what is happening for the entire year, you can't compare them. And anyway, that makes these statements false. So that makes that option D to be correct and A, B, C are incorrect. So guys, that brings us to the end of the session. I hope you've enjoyed this session. We'll be with you for the analysis on the TISS exam day, which is 25th of February. Definitely, I'll be there doing the analysis. I'm writing the exam. But more importantly, if you guys are planning for CAT 2023, we have a program already started for you guys. Please reach out to us on these numbers. You can, you can look at these. Yeah, we have a scholarship test also coming up to you on 21st Jan, which is tomorrow, 7 p.m. If you write the scholarship test, based on the score, you will be given some kind of a discount and you can join the course. You cannot join our courses without a scholarship test. We don't take students not writing a scholarship test. So all our courses, it's a must. If you want to join any of our courses, it's a must that you write our scholarship test. Right? Thank you, my friends. I will hopefully see you first on your 24th of Jan, where I'm going to talk about CAT 2023 preparation. If you are preparing for CAT 2023, you can join this session on 24th of Jan. It's only through the app, which is our BYJU'S exam prep app. So if you don't have it yet, download it and be with me. I'm going to take you through the preparation strategy for the 2023 CAT exam and the other MBA entrance exams. Thank you, my friends. See you in my next session.